Okay, you guys, welcome. Happy Thursday night. Thank you for taking time away from your life and from your family to be with us tonight. I am super excited. I love doing these every week. I am really excited for tonight because one of my dear friends who inspired me to join with Plexus is here tonight. So she is going to share her story. Let me first start by introducing myself. My name is Jennifer Cobb, and I am a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus. I'm a mom of 3 boys, former pharmaceutical rep. I was a pharmaceutical rep for 13 years. And so just found this opportunity, and Tricia was one of the reasons that I started because I found her. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my sweet and dear friend, Tricia Regar, who's also a Diamond with Plexus. And I think you guys are going to love her story and just be inspired by it. So with that being said, hey, Tricia.
Hi guys. Okay, so before I get started, I want you guys to take all your skepticisms and all your "this could not be for you." The title of this is "What if this could be for you?" Just lay them all flat, okay? Just put them aside for a second and think maybe this could be for you, okay? So I was 28 years old, guys. I was on these products, but I had no intention of sharing. I had no sales experience. We were trying to get another business started. And my sponsor kept saying, "Oh, Tricia, maybe you could share these products." And I was like, "I'm not interested. This is not for me." Okay. Our life circumstances changed. The business that my husband was trying to start was a property management business, and it was not going to work. And we had like $2,000 left in the bank. And we were like, okay, we need to try something new. We need to try something new right now. So my husband and I jumped on YouTube and we just started watching all the Plexus videos, right? Guys, so we went from making an average of $750 a month, and we had 4 kids, okay, living in a house that needed paid off, all the things, to where we are now, which is we have paid for vehicles in our driveway. Our home is paid for. So we are 34 and 36 years old, you guys, and we are completely out of debt. We live in a paid for house with paid for vehicles, right? That is huge, okay? I do not have sales experience. I always thought I was just going to be a stay-at-home mom. It's not like I was like, yay, my dream is to be a network marketer or anything. Okay. But maybe this could be for you. So I wrote out the 5 things that I love about this that I think you would love about it too. Okay. Number 1, you can do it from your phone. You don't even have to have a laptop, right? I do everything from this phone, the phone that I'm recording it on. Okay. Number 2 is there's no crazy startup fee. You're basically paying for your own products plus maybe $9.95 or something like that, right? Okay, number 3, and I feel like this is really, really important, especially in the times that we're living in right now, which is like insane. You employ yourself, okay? You are your own boss. But the flip awesome part of that is you don't have to worry about shipping out inventory. You don't have to worry about like driving to your office or anything like that. So you're your own boss, but in the best way possible, right? Okay, number 4 goes along with that. It's flexibility. Okay, so when I say working on my phone, I know Jen works all the time, like in the car line, right? I work in parking lots. I work during nap time. I started this business from 1 to 3 p.m. 1 to 3 p.m. My baby's napped and I worked on my phone. And that is how I got to where I am. Okay. And I worked at night after my kids went to bed, and I worked at 5 a.m. in the morning, and you can fit it where you want to into your schedule, right? We all live different lives. Okay. And number 5, you guys, is you get to basically choose your income. And what I mean by that is your work equals how much you're going to get paid. Okay. If you work like, I want to hit the top of the company. So just to let you guys know, I've been at the top of the company for like 3 years or 2.5 years or something. My husband is also in the top 3 ranks. Okay. You can work as little or as much as you want to. When I started, I said, I want to completely change my family's future. And that is what we have done. Okay. We went from like nothing in the bank to enough money in the bank that we could like put it cash down for 4 acres. Right. Okay. So that is why I love it. And now Jen's going to talk and share more about why it's so awesome.
I love that, Tricia. Thank you. Tricia, did you say how many kids you had? Now? I don't think you said how many kids you have now.
We have 7 kids. 7 kids. So
kids.
Let an excuse.
Exactly. That's where I was going with that. I'm like, if anyone could have an excuse, it could be Tricia. And, thank you so much, Tricia, for sharing. Like, I love Tricia's story because, so I get to work with Tricia every single day, and what she exudes and exemplifies is there's no such thing as an excuse. Like, there really isn't. We hold ourselves back. We are our worst enemies. And so you might be on this call right now and you might be thinking, you know what? Like, no, I just can't. I'm busy. I have a full-time job, or I have 2 kids or 3 kids. I have no kids, but I have 14 dogs. Like, whatever it is, that is so easy to get into that headspace of, like, this is just not going to work for me. So if you have that headspace right now, just like Tricia said before she started, get that out of your head. Like, I want you to get out of your own way. And I want you to really just sit and think, okay, could this be possible? Could this be me? And the answer to that is yes. And the only one that controls that is you. You guys just happen to be on the call tonight, surrounded by these most amazing women. Our team, I am biased, yes, but our team is just incredible. The support in this team it's bar none. It is the best. And so you may have tried network marketing before, and you may have just had a horrible experience, because guess what? I did too. I did network marketing and I had a horrible experience. And so I just want you to know that this is not that. This is not that. The other thing that I loved everything Tricia said, but the other thing that I love that Tricia said, because it's different from my background, is Tricia did not have a sales background. So, you might be on this call too, or you might have already joined and you're on our team and you're working your business and you are like, but I don't have a sales background. So that's why I'm holding myself back, or that's why I can't do this. And I am here to tell you right now, this is not a sales job, because guess what? I have 13 years of sales experience. 13, right? I said before, I started in big pharma for 13 years, and that's sales. That's sales. Like, you are selling products to physicians and hospitals and nurse practitioners and nurses, right? That's sales. This is not sales. Right? We don't just like go and send our link to people and go like, here, buy this, no. We help people, yes, with their health. I always say those are other calls. We have phenomenal other Zoom calls that talk all about health. So if you're like on this call and you're hoping to hear about health, you're not, but these products are amazing and they will help you to feel amazing, and they will get to the root of so many issues that are associated with gut health. But this is about the opportunity. This is about the business. And no, I did not know Tricia personally when I started. I had been following her on Instagram, her and my friend Marianne at this Loud House, who's also on this call. And they were just sharing. They were sharing their lives. They were sharing their family, their kids, their house, whatever we share. Like, we share things all the time. They were sharing Target finds and cute home decor finds, or whatever is your passion, cooking, whatever it is. And one day Marianne shared about, she was always sharing about the pink drink. She was always had it in her hand. And here's the thing. We don't ever have to force ourselves to share our pink drink, because once you try it, you just share it all the time, because you have it. You cannot live or go a day without it. You just can't, because it's that amazing. But so she was sharing it. And one day she shared how she was earning a 6-figure income from that dang pink drink. And I was like, what? Like, it stopped me in my tracks. I'm like going back on the stories. I'm like, back. And I was like, what did she just say? 6 figures? Like, here I am watching her for months, and I'm just thinking she's this happy but kind of crazy lady, because she's got 5 kids and she's always happy. And I'm like, nobody with 5 kids is always happy. Like, laundry's not fun. I don't care what you say, it's not fun, but she has fun doing it. And then one day when she shared that, I was like, wait a second. like, is this for real? It is. See, she's here. She's real. She's a real person. And I was like, is this for real? And I messaged her, and I think that's exactly what I said. Like, is this for real? And she was like, yeah, girl, it is. And I was like, okay, well, then I need in on this. And so my story is similar to Tricia's, in that we had hit a rock bottom in our lives. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time. I had left the pharmaceutical industry to stay home with my 3 kids, which was such a blessing. And my husband had lost his job. And so he was the sole income earner. He was the breadwinner. And so that job was gone in like 4.2 seconds. If anybody else has gone through that, I feel your pain. And so like our world was just rocked. And we unfortunately did not have a savings. We had 3 months worth of living in the bank. And that was the first thing I did, right? When you're like a mom and you're a mama bear and you got kids and something like that happens, you go right to the bank and you're like, oh dear Lord. And I did the math and I divided it by how many bills we had per month. I mean, how much our bills were per month. And it came, and the number 3 popped on a calculator. I had 3 months of survival in my bank account. And I was scared out of my mind. And so I saw Marianne share that day, and she got me started. And I joined this incredible team, this crazy group of amazing women. And I started sharing the pink drink, and lo and behold, found people and continue to find people who want and or need this business. Notice how I said and or need. Not everybody needs money or extra money, right? You may be thinking, well, I have a job and my husband has a job and we're fine. You know, a little extra money would be great, but we're fine. And so that's okay too. You don't have to be in a dire situation to be here or to join and to start your business. You absolutely do not have to be. But that first month I had told Marianne, or she had told me actually, you'll see here in a bit how much you have the opportunity to earn this month, but she had told me I could earn $1,000 my first month. And I was like, well, that just sounds too good to be true, but are you sure I can do this? And she said, absolutely, you can. I'll just tell you what to do. We'll do it together. You got this. And did not earn $1,000 that month. I earned $1,642 that first month. So I cried. I mean, if you can imagine, right? Because here I am. When I say it got bad, you guys, it got bad. So that job loss was in May. I didn't join until the end of July, but I didn't start my business until August 1st. So do the quick math there. We were gone. We were out of money. It was gone. There was nothing left. And so enter, food stamps and enter Medicaid. And that's the life that we were living. We went from being totally fine, 6-figure income earner family to nothing. And so you may not be there. I hope you're never there, and you don't have to be there, but I want to tell you that this is 1,000% possible. You just gotta pick yourself up and move yourself out of your own way and just start. There's always somewhere to start. The biggest blessing from this is being able to not have to answer to anybody else, like to have to want to work, to get up on a Monday morning and say, you know what, I want to do this. Like there's times where I'm so busy with daily life, like hello car line, every 5.5 seconds, I'm in a different car line, I feel like, but I'm almost like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go home because I've got this pocket of time and I get to work and I get to catch up. How many people feel like that? Like how many people actually, truly, some people are like, oh, I love my life, hashtag blessed, blah, blah, blah. This is great. But inside they're miserable and they're just not happy. But I am telling you, there is a way for you to feel happy on a Monday morning. Like there's a way to feel happy when you are starting work, not just when you're leaving work. I just get so tired of hearing that, like, oh, it's almost the weekend, woohoo, I can't wait to the weekend, tired as a mother, all these things. I'm like, why is that being normalized? Why is that the norm? Yes, exactly, Megan. That's not the norm. I am here to tell you, and so many other women on this call, on our team, just in this company in general, will tell you that doesn't have to be your norm. So now I think is as good of a time as ever to change that. I'm going to go ahead and get to kind of where, like, how can you do this? How can you start this? I'm going to give you a super quick Reader's Digest version, just kind of the company and what the company has to offer, and kind of how you can get started and what your earning potential can look like. So remember, as we are going through this, I'm going to share my screen. I want you to block out any doubt or thoughts that you may have that would keep you from thinking that you can do this. Okay, I need you guys to promise me that. Okay, hold on one second. I want to start my presentation. Here we go. Okay, so we already talked about you being here, kind of already talked about our team. We have the most incredible team. I can guarantee you fit into one of these categories. I think we covered them all. Stay-at-home moms, full-time working moms, part-time working women, teachers, homeschool teachers, former corporate world women, anything. There is a place for you here. So who is Plexus? You can kind of read over this real quickly. One of the biggest things that I want to point out, because if you are looking for a company to call home, I suggest that you look at the BBB rating, because that to me is one of the most important things. Because if I'm going to start with a company, I want it to be reputable and solid. And Plexus has an A+ BBB rating, which literally means they cannot get any better. So what is Plexus? Again, we have calls for this. So if I'm piquing your interest with how amazing the pink drink is, you know, how it's not normal to be tired as a mother, etc., there are calls for this, but this is a brief overview. Plexus is all natural. It's non-GMO. It is gluten-free, soy-free. I just exited out of that. And it helps with so many different issues. Gut health is really the biggest focus within Plexus, and everything, you guys, is tied to gut health. Just Google an issue you may have and gut health, and you will be shocked at the results. Helps with weight loss, nutrition, skincare, kids essentials, and just overall wellness. Okay, so why Plexus, right? There's literally no required purchases. You just purchase your own products as you wish, and that is it. You don't hold an inventory. You don't have any inventory. Like, who has room or time for that? I don't. People simply order the products. You have an ID number. You simply give them your ID number and a link, and they order the products, and the products go directly to them. They do not go to you. So that is wonderful. You do not have to have parties. Okay, so that's also an awesome thing. Some people do like Facebook stuff, or, you know, if you have friends in your town and they want to taste it, go ahead, have them over, but you do not have to do that. And there is no quota. You work at your own pace, at your own speed. So remember, I was talking about how much I earned my first month. This is what you can earn your first month. And I want to tell you, if I started this month in 2021 as opposed to 2018, I would have made a lot more money. I would have made that $2,218 in my first month. So I want you to see just the potential here is incredible. So if you refer just one friend, you earn $35, 3, 407, 6, $715. Like, do you guys know 6 people? I guarantee you do. 6 people that need to feel better, definitely, right? We all do. 10 people is $1,359, and 20 is $2,218. I want you guys to know that is not uncommon. There are people, if there's anybody in this chat that did do this or is going to do this, you could totally shout it out now. But there are many people who have done this, 20 people in 1 month. And the difference is they just didn't earn that much money because it's really high right now, which is incredible. Taking you back to the beginning of our call, both Tricia and I have reached the highest rank in this company, which is Diamond, which is just unbelievable income. If you look at that income, this is the average income that a diamond ambassador makes, which is $38,519 a month, which is just incredible. Full disclosure, it's an average. I do not earn $38,519 a month, but I average around $30,000 a month. And I know that just sounds crazy. It's a crazy amount of money, and most people don't start saying, I want to earn $30,000 a month. When I started, I wanted, or I needed to be at that senior Ruby level to cover our monthly bills. So I needed to be around $4,000 or $5,000 a month to cover our monthly bills. So, you know, I want you to kind of look at that income and say, okay, like what would be a goal that I would want, or what would I need to make, or what do I still need to earn in order to, you know, relieve stress off of my husband, or be able to provide for myself and my children, you know, whatever it is. I want you to just kind of get that number in your head. And then I want you to go and talk to the person that invited you to this call, and let them know that number. Like, that is a really important part of what we do in being able to help you. We want to make sure that we are helping you get to your goal, not our goal for you. We want you to have a goal. So keep that in mind. And we have this image. If you want this image sent to you, we can send that to you. This is just happens to be one of our team's strengths. So I like to share it because you might think, well, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, how would I even begin to start this? And I want you to know that we take all of the guesswork out of that, and we can help you with that 1,000,000%. We literally can say, here, you can use this, or here, you can use that. We have albums upon albums upon albums of beautiful images like this. These images were taken by myself and Jenny Caspers, who's on this call. And so these are real life images taken by us that we love to do, and we love to share that with you. And if you're looking at this and you're like, oh, I wouldn't want to post something like this, you know, this isn't my style, that's okay too, because you can literally take a picture of you and your paint drink, or your paint drink on your kitchen table, and that is all you need. So I like to kind of bring that up, because sometimes people start thinking and going down that path of, but I couldn't do this, or I couldn't do that. And so that is honestly, that is us in a nutshell. This was us on one of our trips. It was like a year and a half ago at this point. It was really a good time. We were in Phoenix, Arizona. We do travel a lot, which is totally optional. So if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I don't like traveling, you don't have to travel. But we do travel. We love to be in each other's space. We love to do, girls trips and business trips and all of that. And Plexus does provide a lot of opportunity with that as well. We have been to the most incredible places, and we'll continue to do so. So if that's your thing, that's something you can kind of push for as well. So with that being said, I just want you to consider all of this. Consider everything that you heard tonight. And I know you probably have questions. We certainly cannot cover every single thing in one night, but if you have questions, please go, you can message me, go back to the person who invited you here. If you've already joined, go to the person who you joined with, and just let them know, like, speak to them and say, hey, this is kind of how I'm feeling. This is what I thought. This is kind of where I want to be. And if you're scared, that's normal. It would be not normal to be a little nervous and scared. But with that being said, it is $9.95 to join and start your business. $9.95 to join and start your business. And you have 60 days to stick with that decision. You have 60 days, and then you can go to Plexus and say, you know what, I don't really love my decision that I made, and they will give you all of your money back. How often does that happen? Hardly at all, but I love that it's an option. So don't feel this huge commitment, because it's not a huge commitment financially. It's really emotional, and what your needs are and what you want to give and what you want to get out of it. That's the commitment. And so, like I said, we are here for that. And I don't want anybody to not do this because of money. I hear that all the time. I hear people say, I want to do this or I need to do this, but I just don't have the money right now. Trust me, I did not have the money when I started. Tricia did not have the money when she started. And you saw that income. Tricia makes more than I make. You saw that income. You saw the potential there. And so, imagine if we let that stop us. I mean, that would be a whole nother call that Tricia and I would be on, saying, where would we be if we let that one thing stop us? So please, please, please just have faith, trust us. You might not know us, but trust us, trust the person that, you got here, with or because, or whoever invited you, and just know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. And this is just the biggest blessing and the best opportunity. And I just pray that you consider it and that you give it a try, because I promise you, you won't regret it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining tonight. And I recorded this. So if you want to share this with a friend or something, just let us know and we will get it sent out to you. Thank you guys. Have a great night.